Today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. I had the idea to do what I call a Run 8 testing series, where I try out different experiments to see how Run 8 will handle it. Being that it's a train simulator, let's see, what it'll do in unique scenarios. And in this case, we're going to try going up Main 2 on the Cajon Pass with a severely underpowered train, and we're going to have the AI take it up the mountain. And from what I've read in the manuals, the AI trains can't be broken, or if you AI a broken train or train with engine problems, let's say, it automatically repairs itself. So we're going to see what will happen. I've never tried this before. We're going to find out if it will make it up the mountain or if something will break. And we're going to see what the AI will do. We could even get started, because I think we're already on a pretty decent grade, maybe 2% here at Keenbrook. We've only got half a horsepower per ton, which is definitely not enough to get up the mountain. He's starting pretty good though. We only got one ES44 here on this train. This could very well be the top speed. Let's take a look inside and see what's showing over here on the gauges. He's in notch 8. Oh man, this thing is maxed out. 3.5 miles per hour. $1,800 amps. Can I change the... Oh, we can. Let's see. I can change the screen. We can see our temperatures. Traction axle temps 162, going up fast. Zoom in there so we can... Oh yeah, well, he's moving at least. Alternator amps 10,800. Oil temp and water temp though sitting at 175. Nothing crazy there. But our axle temps are going up real quick. I wonder, I've heard of people saying that they've had failures on an AI train before, but I don't think you're supposed to, so I don't know. I don't know if that's built in or not. Well, we're only putting out 1,300 horsepower? Should be 4,400, right? Wonder what that's about. We haven't even made it through the Keenbrook control point yet. Wonder if we can get flame shooting out of this exhaust pipe. Hop back in and see what our traction motors are looking like here. Traction motors at 317. We're putting out a little bit more horsepower, still 1,800 amps. Although that's interesting, it says amps 1,800 up there. But then main alternator amps say 10,800. So maybe that's just like the one up there is an abbreviated. 330 degrees on the axle temps. Traction motor fan is on high. And what's our speed? Still 3.3.5 miles an hour. Can we see what? No, we can't see what the grade is here. But I know the grade is at least 2%, and it goes up to 3% at some point up here. I wonder if we're going to see something break when how hot are these axle temps going to get? I would have thought that the engine temp and water temp would have been hotter, but actually maybe not, because yeah, the engine is under an extreme load because it's a notch 8 and it's got drawing a lot of amps, so there's, I guess, max resistance. I would have thought maybe that oil and water temp would get a little hotter. Let me change the other screen. Traction motors are all cut in. Man, if we cut out a couple traction motors now, whew, there's no way. Definitely wouldn't make it. Oh, power derated traction temperature in an AI train. Look at that. So now we're at 1,000 horsepower. Probably gonna we would have to slow down, right? Our amperage dropped to 50. So yeah, that says 1,500, and the alternator says 8,800. Unless that one up there is like, I think that's the tractive effort amperage. I would need someone to explain that one. I don't know exactly actually what that means, but it looks like our axle temps now are staying at 360 because of that. We got that power derated kicked in, but somehow we're still doing 3.5 miles an hour. I guess this goes to show that it is important to make sure that your AI trains have the appropriate amount of power. And if you've got your AI train spawning set up, that you have the proper boxes checked for Cajon Pass, Main 1 or Main 2. That'll affect how many locomotives the AI puts on the train when spawning. We're probably just going to end up sitting like this, I would imagine, all the way up. It will just keep the power derated and take it up at 3.5. Maybe that's like the default for an overweighted train in AI, just to keep it moving so it doesn't go backwards. It looks like this is about as far as it goes, as it just will max out at 3.5 miles an hour and keep the power derated. And I bet you it'll make it all the way up the mountain this way. Now we're going to see what will happen if we take the same train, load it up, and send it down the Cajon Pass. Will we have a runaway, or will the AI keep it in check? Looks like Otto's crossing us over to Main 2. Actually, you know what? Let's redo this. Let's go crazy here. Because what do we got here? We got 64 cars. Let's just add a bunch more. So we got 97. Now let's try this again. Load them all up. All right, now let's see, we got to start it. 13,000 tons. Tons per operable brake 139. We don't have many dynamic brake axles. But we're still going uphill a little bit here at the summit, but in just a moment we'll start heading downhill. Oh, now our oil temp is 196. Hotter now than it was when we were chugging up the mountain. Now we're also putting out 4,500 horsepower. "15 miles an hour. This will be interesting. Let's see. Will the AI run away? Still in notch 8. Hasn't gone into dynamics yet. Will he run away or will he keep it in check? Only 8 dynamic brake axles. Normally on a train this big, you'd probably have, I don't know, 7 locomotives instead of 1. With this much weight, 13,500 tons. Maybe 5? I have to do the calculation. Coming up on 20 miles an hour and he's... Oh, now he's notching down. Now we're going into dynamics. He's keeping it around 20. Hasn't put on any automatic brake, hasn't used any air yet. This is really surprising, actually, that he's only in dynamic 3, 4, now 5, and he's maintaining this 19 miles an hour. It's going to be picking up speed real quick here in a second. Yeah, I guess the back of the train's still going up the hill. I think if you try, I'm pretty much positive if you tried to do this driving the train yourself, you would have already broken a coupler. There's no way that this thing would have even gotten going. It's just too much weight. With that, no DPUs even on here. Still hasn't used any air. Well, this might be the default for the AI. It just goes max dynamic brake, and maybe it doesn't even use the air, or it doesn't show it. Just to keep, but it's keeping it under control. 13,433 tons. Down the Cajon Pass. Is the back of the, let's see, is the back of the train over the summit yet? It's gotta be. Yeah, we're coming over right now. Let's hop back inside. Still maintaining 19. So that must be it. I don't think we're going to get any faster than 19. I think this is the default for the AI. Or at least no faster than 20. I think it'll just take it down the mountain at this speed. And that's going to do it for this test. Testing out the AI with going up an extreme hill underpowered and going down an extreme hill with, I guess you'd call it underbraked. Not enough braking power. So now we know the AI it'll do it slow. Well, actually downhill it'll maintain the speed, even though realistically it probably couldn't. And uphill it'll make it up, but at an extremely slow speed, even though realistically it couldn't. So it's just the AI making sure trains keep moving on your map and you're not dealing with stopped trains or just big problems. Next time we'll have to try this out where I will actually drive the train and repeat these tests. And I think we'll get very different results. If you guys like this sort of thing, let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more testing videos, unique scenarios like this. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.